Hello everybody, it's Guiding Halo here. I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be your daily hope for the 27th, I guess now. Let's see what Spirit has for us 27th. It's going to be a busy couple weeks for me in the next while. Alright, what's going to come for the 27th? What would Spirit like us to know, to keep in mind? Sea Otter, happiness. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. So, good destiny of love is sure. That's interesting. Let's get some more clarifying cards on that, shall we? Next one out we'll use is the Power of Love deck, activation cards. Ownership. You acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike and learn to love them all as lessons or as stepping stones. Ownership. Let's read that one. Oops, I went past it. There we go. You acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike. You have reached a pivotal place in your spiritual journey. You are able to take full responsibility for all your actions, thoughts, and words in this and other lifetimes. You may now step back and view your experiences objectively, realizing that you are an evolving spiritual being. Each day has brought with it a new insight into yourself and the world around you. You don't look back on particular situations as failures. Instead, you view them as valuable feedback, providing information you need in order to learn, understand, and grow. You take ownership of your choices, aware that as a responsible being, you cannot blame your behavior on another. Everything you experience is a reflection of what is within you. Recognizing that what you say can either enlighten or depress, you now speak with a purpose. You choose positive and empowering words, thoughts, and deeds, the cornerstone of a healthy and soulful existence. So there's something about taking ownership in some sort of way that brings on a need to flow with what the divine has on the go here, because if you practice playful, joyful living, it's going to still bring in new beauty, even though there's things that are a struggle that you've faced up till now. In spite of the struggles facing this joyful living, letting worry go and instead choosing love, not just love for others, but love for self, it's a big deal if you can do that. And sometimes it's going to be an in and out situation. Like, I can do it sometimes and sometimes I can't. But just remember to hit save on the vibration the moment that you're feeling awesome, and know that when you spiral downwards into not feeling so awesome, you go, oh hey, wait a second, I hit save on that vibration. Even thinking about the fact that you hit save on that good feeling vibration actually raises your vibration, or so I've noticed, for myself anyway. I can see my world through the eyes of Source. By choosing better feeling thoughts and by speaking more of what you do want and less of what you do not want, you will gently tune yourself to the vibrational frequency of your broader perspective. To see your world through the eyes of Source is truly the most spectacular view of all of life. From that vibrational vantage point, you are in alignment with and therefore in the process of attracting only what you would consider to be the very best of your world. That's beautiful. It's really talking the same as these cards are here. Your good destiny of love is sure, in taking ownership for things that have happened. So something might be coming up in the next day or two that you're going to have to take ownership of in some sort of way, or you've had to very recently, or might come in the next week. It's hard to say. But by choosing better feeling thoughts and allowing yourself this one and taking ownership of where you were at and the reasons you did it at the time you did it, you know, allows yourself to understand that whatever comes as a reciprocal energy to that is part of your divine journey, and possibly even letting go of that issue, whatever that is for you that came up. Let's look at the sacred destiny. Well, the one that is on the bottom is trust. So there's something to do with trust and being open. Openness and having trust that in being open that people will see where you were at and why you made the choices you made. It doesn't make them right, doesn't make them wrong. But speaking your truth on the situation, you know, that's important too. And it brings an absolute inner peace. Look at that. I'm going to take that one. Oh, we got two here. Flexibility, flowing with it, what the divine has on the go. Inner peace regardless of what happens based on choices you've made. Let's take them both. All right, let's read inner peace. Oops. I went too far now. There it is. Simply sitting next to a lily pond, watching the dragonflies soar overhead and looking at the luminous lily pads floating gently on the water, while their translucent flowers open their petals to the heavens, can fill one with the sense of profound and everlasting peace. Lilies grow in many countries and have been given a wide range of meanings. However, one enduring image of the lily is the notion that out of the darkness and mud arises a thing of immense beauty and grace. No matter how much darkness there has been in your life, you can rise into enlightenment and profound tranquility. Inner peace is your birthright. Tranquility occurs when you realize that your life is unfolding according to divine planning. Serenity isn't something you have to work for or search for. It already exists within you. To find this inner peace, simplify your life, spend time in nature, and listen to the message of your soul. True peace transcends fear and connects you intimately to the Creator. Breathe deeply, fully knowing that all is well. So even regardless of what comes at you, regardless of what it is you're facing, keeping this attitude of being playful, and whatever it is you have to say, yeah, okay, you know what, I did that wrong, I this, I that, and explaining to somebody why it is you did that, what your choices were at the time, you know, valuable lessons brought to the forefront. And it's about surrendering to the waves and let the worry go and instead choose love. Your good destiny of love is sure. Let's read flexibility. Bamboo in the wind. The symbol of bamboo runs deep. Whereas many larger, seemingly stronger trees will break in high winds, bamboo simply bends and sways. Its flexibility allows it to survive and even thrive, while other species suffer. Even during a hard winter, when its branches are laden with snow, bamboo doesn't break. It snaps back when the snow melts in the spring. It also has a strong root system so that even during great storms, it survives. Additionally, it is often a symbol of abundance because of its rapid growth. Its upward, verdant, constant growth is used as a metaphor for the fulfilling rise of prosperity. The meaning of this card is rich and varied. It cautions you to be flexible in your life, be willing to bend and yield. There are times to stand strong, but there are also times to go around a situation rather than face it head on. This card suggests being amenable to change. It is also a fantastic card for abundance and prosperity, and it suggests that if you are flexible, prosperity can and will come your way in all areas. Additionally, it suggests that a time of rapid growth is ahead. Don't resist it. The time is right for this surge of spiritual growth to occur. So there's going to be some massive changes come for some people out there, and The divine's really trying to let you know that it's absolutely time for all of this to happen. So to trust it. Trust that in taking ownership of whatever's happened and come your way, the choices you've made, the things you've done, whatever you've set yourself out to move towards is absolutely, I really think it's almost like a catalyst for whatever's coming here. Yeah, it's really beautiful. It really is. Let's pull a Flower of Life card. I have to shuffle these ones differently because they are hard to shuffle otherwise. Whoa, okay. You feel like things are, you feel like you have plans, don't you? And everything's all neatly arranged. And it's like things are coming in to change things up, to move things around, and it actually may bring some resistance for you. But it's absolutely the divine moving things as they should be. Knowing within you resides great treasures, vast reserves of strength, courage, wisdom, compassion, and love. Open your heart and acknowledge your treasures to live within, for this calls forth infinite treasures from out there. You have so much worth. Listen to the whispers from your heart, for maybe it's time to create the life your soul has been nudging you toward. Become aware and sense your body. Connect deeply with your breathing. Imagine you become your breath as it moves into its own natural rhythm. Allow thoughts to float by. There you go, flots. Allow thoughts, now I'm going to say it over and over again. Allow thoughts to float by in your mind. There is no need to connect to them. Just feel all being as it is. Open your heart and feel into the very being of you. Move through your day and night in the presence of your knowing. I think there's a lot of fear going on here, but there's a knowing that something's coming. There's definitely a knowing. Tarot. A tarot reading will inspire, give guidance, and create new paths for you. A reading is objective. There is no external authority deciding if you have been good enough to be rewarded or bad enough to have something taken away. For everything in the outside world is a reflection of the inner. Allow a reading to be what it is, objective, material, flowing from your higher self to alert you to the truth and essence of you. A reading can show you where your life potential is. However, if you are not willing to make the changes that are being shown to you or have brought you to have a reading, nothing will change. Each experience gives you the opportunity to move away from fearful thinking. You have the potential to be whomever you want. That's beautiful. Look at that. So that's your potential to be whoever you want. And there's an inner knowing that everything is going to be okay, but there's still stress based around, will everything be okay? Isn't that interesting? Yeah, I think that's interesting because it's like we have this, it's the bounce backs, like I was talking about energetically, it's the bounce back, right? Well, sometimes I'm in that place, sometimes I'm in that better feeling thought, and sometimes I'm not. But if I don't have that better feeling thought all the time, then my vibration's going to suck, and we immediately assume that source is going to go to that, you know, accumulate all of our negativity first, when in actuality, it's entirely possible that 98% of the time, okay, let's go 60% of the time, you're in a better feeling place than you're not. And whether that's focusing on doing whatever is in front of you and you lose resistance to even the thoughts of the things you're afraid of just by focusing on something else, then you raise your vibration in that very moment. That's why they say to go get grounded, go out in nature, go out and get physical, do things with your body that brings you into your body and out of your mind. Through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple of effect of peace in the world. So in standing up and taking ownership, there's something to be said for definitely grounding yourself, and taking ownership for this helps create a ripple effect of peace in the world. And prayer and meditation on that, on this inner knowing of what's happening, and maybe what you've heard through tarot readings, bring some sort of inner peace to you if you actually adhere or listen to what they're saying. What's this happiness? Joy card. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. It's not even just about not having enough money or enough food or enough whatever. It could be not enough people to help you move. It could be not enough knowledge about your car, so you have to pay someone else to do it. It's this whole not enough. How about everything is perfect as it is, and thank goodness there's someone I can pay to do it. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. So if there's a dark time right now for some, there's a way to be always guided back to the light. It's about learning that through the times where it is time to take ownership for the things that we did to learn certain life, I was going to say lessons, but I don't know what it is about lessons. Everyone's like, well, not everybody, but a lot of people say, well, some people just have to learn that lesson again. They have to go through it again and go through it again until they actually figure it out. And I'm wondering if it's not the lesson, it's not the thing, the general idea of what they're going through that they have to learn about, because I feel that 98% of people would think they've already learned it. So why do I have to repeat that? Well, the thing is you don't have to. It's simply by choice that you would. But then you would say, well, I don't know that that person's going to be that way or do that thing or this or that or the other. And we would say, well, perhaps that in there lies what you are supposed to learn. It's a situation of learning to use your intuition better. And being that that situation and scenario is what you acknowledge and understand, because you acknowledge and understand it, it's very possible that even in the acknowledging and understanding it and telling the story the way that it is, that it comes back again, because it's what you acknowledge and understand, until it is that you learn the new trajectory forward as opposed to the trajectory you've always taken. So for now on, I'm going to call a lesson on this channel a point in vibration, or a point in trajectory, a point in decision, a crossroads. Because there's a decision here that someone's got to make about something you've been in and out of and done a few times over. And there's an inner knowing about it already. And perhaps you've heard it from a tarot reading already, online or whichever. In any moment I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So it's about showing love, but there's something about showing love to yourself here, exactly the way you'd show love and understanding to somebody else. Perhaps someone's going to have to be on the phone with somebody or in face-to-face situation with somebody and say, yes, I have this, I knew that this was going to come around, and I could sit here and tell you all the reasons why I did what I did if you want to hear them. But the point is, I did them, and part of it comes from, perhaps it's a moment to actually take that moment and be a teacher. Perhaps that's the change in trajectory you're supposed to take, is to take that situation you've been through over and over again and actually to teach it to somebody else through your downfall, perhaps, in this area in your life. Perhaps. I'm going to pull a different deck here. See what the Divine's got from the Super Attractor deck. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So there's something really here about meditation, understanding and accepting the loving energy of the universe. When I truly surrender, yet again surrendering my desire to the universe, a mighty force of faith can set in. So regardless of what you know is going to happen, That's where that faith comes from, because you've surrendered whatever's going on to the universe and you have absolute faith in moving forward. My greatest spiritual shifts don't come through force. They come through freedom. The freedom to be yourself, to allow yourself to be yourself, the freedom to actually forgive you like you would anybody else. What's this flexibility card about? Having the flexibility to bend and not to break, to go with the flow, to flow with what the divine has on the go. As soon as I choose to see the light in the dark corners, I redirect my power towards what I want. So someone might be in fear and very much concern about something they're going to have to face that could have been of their own making. And there's a fear involved, and when you choose to see the light and the moment of availability to teach others what you've been through, the moment of acceptance, the moment of knowing, all of those sorts of things, it redirects your power towards what it is you want and what it is you desire. When I make joy a priority, brilliant ideas will come naturally. Support will surround me, and movements will form. It's about inspired action. That's what I believe that's about. This card here. When you make joy a priority, brilliant ideas come, and it's like you have inspired action. And you realize in those inspired actions and the support that is surrounding you, movement forms. It's like the people you love help you, that, you know, the divine helps you. I am kind and loving towards others while creating clear boundaries that protect my good feeling emotions. So are you kind and loving towards yourself while creating clear boundaries as well for you that say, you know what, you're not allowed to beat yourself up about this today. You're not allowed. I will not let you beat your soul up about this today, because you know what? We're all people here on the planet that are trying to matter. You deserve self-love. This is what self-love is. Loving self and treating self as you would treat someone else unconditionally. It's not an easy thing to do, because a lot of times we spend a lot of time beating ourselves up. Yes, we do. So will you bend and not break? There is some sort of prosperity coming through all of this. There could be an ending in someone's, oh gosh, I'm feeling like a financial situation or a contract situation or something, and there's a lot of discomfort around what you're expecting to come your way. But just as this card here says, by choosing better feeling thoughts and by speaking more of what you do want and less of what you do not want, you will gently tune yourself to the vibrational frequency of your broader perspective. To see your world through the eyes of Source is truly the most spectacular view of life. Look at that. See yourself through the eyes of Source. For from that vibrational vantage point, you are in alignment, and therefore in the process of attracting only what you would consider to be the very best of your world. So regardless of what's going on, regardless of what's happened, in your inner joyful thoughts and having compassion for yourself, and understanding that it's something you did, it's something you went through, and you know what? It's something you're deciding from this point on that you will learn from. You're deciding that you have learned whatever the vibrational point was to learn and to start anew from. You've set a new line of resistance for yourself, and there's no going back. Once you know this, you've been through it now, you don't need to go back. It's not about the needing to go back. It's about being able to stand in your truth as to what you've learned, and having compassion for self and understanding for yourself, but at the same time taking ownership. I think there's something absolutely beautiful and powerful that you are clearing here, possibly for past generations, even into this life, that you're clearing for past generations, that has got to do with some sort of lack mentality, or and that's not necessarily just about money. That could be about lack of joy. That could be about lack of love, whatever lack means to you. Dear you, do you know how much we love you and want to help you? We are here for you, and we hear you ask for guidance, but you must let go and let us help you. You don't have to do it all. You've done your part. Now let us do ours. You would be awestruck if you knew how many strings were pulled through the matrix to give you what you need and desire. Spirit has a plan, and when you sign up to be a co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership. It's not one-sided. Your desires and plans meet up with those of Spirit. Remember, though, Spirit's timetable and ideas of how things will play out may be quite different from yours. Trust us. Spirit's ideas are amazing. Now let go and let us do the magic. Pay attention to other areas of your life, and before you know it, a miracle will have taken place. We love you so much. Look at that. See, the divine has sent miracles before you, but you've got to understand that they are there with you. Spirit's there with you. If you don't let them work or even believe that they're there and try and control every little thing yourself, then that's when you get in their way. There's something about definitely focusing on other areas of your life. Definitely. Dearest you, there is only one you, and you have a unique place in the universe. Sometimes situations come up that challenge you to be authentic. That's what this ownership thing is about. And that means you have to be fully yourself and let go of being what you think others may want. Now is not the time to conform to other people's standards or expectations. Be proud of who you are and be courageous. Stand tall in your convictions. Being yourself is a powerful statement and will only lead you to success and ultimate happiness. Don't compare yourself to other people. Want what you have. Choose what your heart wants and know that your purpose is yours alone. No one else can claim your magic nor take it away. When you place authenticity and originality high on your list of priorities and give them a prominent place in your awareness, extraordinary things happen. Be authentic in this ownership thing. Be authentic in the joy that you are creating. Be authentic when you're asking for a tarot reading. Trust that it's authentic and messaged from Spirit. Be authentic in trying to find inner peace, and be authentic in flexibility. What is authentic in inner peace? If you're going to be authentic in inner peace and you're not feeling inner peace, be authentic to that fact. Even yell, scream if you have to. I can't seem to find inner peace. I've asked the divine for help and I don't know what to do. That in and of itself is losing resistance. And it's being authentic in the either lack of or authentic in the inner peace of knowing that everything is here, Spirit's working behind the scenes, and being flexible as to what Spirit brings you. Flexibility is key here. So when you place authenticity and originality high on your list of priorities and give them a prominent place in your awareness, extraordinary things happen. Your life is a beautiful one. We really need to remember that. Love you always and forever. I hope this message resonates for you all. I love you guys. I'll talk to you again soon. Blessings.